There's no limit. Buy 4, get 4 free. Plus 0% financing for 18 months. Call today and save.
Good morning, America. Breaking overnight, President Trump makes it official, signing the order to send U.S. troops to the border with Mexico, calling it a point of crisis. The battle over the border right now.
And spring storm alert. More than a foot of snow piling up in the Midwest. Record lows in multiple states and dangerous winds ripping the roof off this school's cafeteria in Kansas. And now 2 storm systems are on the move. Rob with the track this morning.
New Facebook fallout. The date now set for CEO Mark Zuckerberg to testify before both houses of Congress as Facebook reveals that privacy scandal is much larger than they thought. Up to 87 million users affected.
Breaking new details in that spring break horror. A family of 4 found dead in their rental condo. But we're now learning about that fatal gas leak.
And the NFL star, now a hero off the field. The threat Julian Edelman saw on Instagram and how he stopped a possible school shooter.
Live in Times Square, this is GMA with Robin Roberts, George Stephanopoulos, and Michael Strahan.
Okay, good morning, America. It is April 5th, but look at that crowd outside this morning. All bundled up. They're happy. And freezing.
Yeah, they're freezing. And say it ain't snow, you guys. It is snowing. It is April. It is baseball season. But you certainly wouldn't know it by looking at the stadium in Minneapolis. Look at that snow coming down. They're actually supposed to host their home opener today against the Seattle Mariners. I'm not sure if that's going to happen.
That just does not look fun at all. And take a look at what happened when the Twins played the Pirates in Pittsburgh on Wednesday. Snow coming down there, too. Everybody's bundled up. And Fernando Rodney decided to make the most of it right there. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Have a little fun.
Some like to go to the ballpark and get nachos and popcorn and hot dogs. Some like to eat snow.
He did make the best of it. Yeah. Got a lot of news to get to this morning. We're going to begin with President Trump's decision to send troops to the Mexican border. A White House memo calls the situation a point of crisis. Critics are raising questions about the timing and scope of the order. And our senior White House correspondent, Cecilia Vega, starts us off with the latest. Good morning, Cecilia.
Hey, George, good morning to you. President Trump likes to very much tout that historic low number of people illegally crossing the border since he took office. Aides now say those numbers appear to be back on the rise. They're worried this so-called Trump effect might be wearing off, and their fix: send in the National Guard. This morning, governors from border states like Texas and Arizona welcoming the president's push to send in the National Guard in the fight against illegal immigration, saying help is needed. But in California, not so fast. Officials there say we look forward to more detail. And so far, that is something the Trump administration is short on. They won't say how many troops, how long they'll be deployed, or the cost.
It will be strong. It will be as many as is needed to fill the gaps that we have today.
The new National Guard order comes just a day after President Trump surprised his own advisors with this idea.
We're going to be guarding our border with the military.
U.S. troops are barred from arresting illegal border crossers, but past presidents have used the National Guard to support the Border Patrol with things like intelligence gathering. Aides say the president wants those troops at the border immediately because he is frustrated. Now, the White House facing questions about the sudden sense of urgency and whether it stems from reports about a caravan of Central American migrants heading north through Mexico, even though many of those migrants say they have no intention of crossing into the U.S.
Does this have anything to do with a report that the president saw on Fox News?
I think it has everything to do with protecting the people of this country.
As for his border wall, after the president suggested he might try to use military funds to build it, which would take an act of Congress, the White House tried to clarify.
We're looking into options for the military to build wall on military installations on the border.
But we checked. Pentagon officials tell ABC News the military does not actually own land on the U.S.-Mexico border. Now, Mexico says that it has been assured by the administration that the National Guard troops on the border will not be armed and they will not serve as Border Patrol agents. They do warn, though, that if this deployment results in a militarization of the border, that, quote, it would seriously damage the bilateral relationship. George, Mexico's foreign minister is in town for meetings with the administration. This is certainly going to make for some awkward talks.
No question about that. Meantime, the president is pretty vocal over the last week about getting U.S. troops out of Syria. Syria right away, very soon. His administration's pushed back against that. They have now reached some sort of compromise.
Well, yeah, but there have been some pretty testy exchanges behind the scenes here with his own national security team. Among those opposing the president, his new pick for the Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo. His own advisors are saying it is not realistic to have U.S. troops withdrawn from Syria within the 6 months that the president wants, George.
Right, and the president had always been against timelines. It's about getting the job done. Cecilia, thanks very much. Paula?
Right.
Oh, sorry,
I don't look like Paula, but I'll do it anyway, George.
Give it to Michael.
I'll take it. Give it to Mikey. He likes everything. All right, now the new fallout from that Facebook privacy scandal. The company now says 87 million people may have had their information accessed, which is far more than previously thought. CEO Mark Zuckerberg, he's preparing to testify before Congress, and Rebecca Jarvis is here with more on that. Good morning, Rebecca.
Hey, Michael. Good morning. Yeah, that's roughly 1 in 3 U.S. Facebook users who may have had their information improperly shared with Cambridge Analytica. The announcement coming amid several new changes at the social network meant to better protect user privacy.
This morning, Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg taking personal responsibility for the social network's failure to better safeguard users' privacy.
We didn't take a broad enough view of what our responsibility is, and that was a huge mistake. It was my mistake.
Revealing that up to 87 million people, mostly in the U.S., may have had their information improperly shared with political consulting firm Cambridge Analytica, far more than the 50 million initially suspected. The Facebook CEO and founder in a call with reporters admitting it will take time to fix the platform.
I wish that I could snap my fingers and, in 3 months or 6 months have solved all of these issues. We need to rethink our relationship with people and our responsibility there across every single part of what we do.
But also pushing back on criticism Facebook takes information without consent.
The vast majority of the data that Facebook knows about you is because you chose to share it.
Now, Zuckerberg's vowing he's still the best man for the job while trying to reassure its billions of users it won't happen again.
I started this place, I run it, I'm responsible for what happens here. I'm going to do the best job helping to run it going forward.
And next week, Mark Zuckerberg will testify before Senate and House panels on April 10th. He'll appear before a joint hearing of Senate committees, and he's also scheduled to appear the next day, April 11th, before the House Energy and Commerce Committee, Michael.
But how will Facebook users know if they've been affected or impacted by this?
So Mark Zuckerberg addressed this yesterday. We will be hearing if you are a Facebook user and you might have been impacted by the Cambridge Analytica scandal. Starting next Monday, April 9th, at the top of your newsfeed, you will see a message that you may have been impacted. So look for that next Monday.
All right, so they'll let you know.
Yes.
All right, thank you so much. Appreciate it, Paula.
Yeah, thanks, Rebecca. And now to an embattled member of the Trump administration. Scott Pruitt, the head of the EPA, is under fire, but he's fighting back, trying to defend himself as he faces mounting pressure to resign. ABC's Mary Bruce is on the story for us this morning. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning, Paula. Well, these ethical questions about Pruitt's behavior have been growing for weeks, from concerns about his ties to a D.C. lobbyist to questions about whether he's wasting taxpayer money. And now this morning, Pruitt is punching back, saying he's the victim of forces in Washington that want to destroy him and the Trump agenda. As calls for his resignation grow, the embattled EPA head, Scott Pruitt, is playing defense.
Anytime that you do transformational things, there are critics and there are people that come against you.
Speaking out in a contentious interview with Fox News.
Do you take responsibility?
I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it.
Do you take responsibility?
I'm fixing the problem.
But will it be enough to save his job? The White House won't say if the president still has confidence in Pruitt.
The president thinks that he's done a good job, particularly on the deregulation front. But again, we take this seriously and we're looking into it.
White House lawyers are investigating after ABC News broke the story of Pruitt's alleged sweetheart real estate deal. When he first moved to Washington, Pruitt paid just $50 a night to rent a room in this apartment, far below the cost of similar units. The owner, the wife of a top energy lobbyist.
Why is the president okay with this?
The president's not. We're reviewing the situation.
But Pruitt is downplaying the arrangement.
It was like an Airbnb situation.
As Pruitt was paying for that room, one of the lobbyist's clients, a Canadian energy company, was given the green light by the EPA for a major pipeline project. Now, the EPA says there is no connection between that deal and the apartment, and the lobbyist says he did not directly lobby the EPA during this time. Paula Pruitt insists this living arrangement was done by the books.
And Mary, you mentioned in your piece that the White House won't say if the president still has confidence in Pruitt, and they seem to be growing increasingly frustrated by the situation.
Yeah, Paula, while publicly the White House is offering its lukewarm support for Pruitt, privately, sources tell us the president is frustrated by all of this controversy. And we know that his chief of staff called Pruitt reportedly to tell him that these negative headlines have got to stop and demanding to know if there are any more shoes to drop. Paula.
Yeah, just one more distraction for the administration. Mary, thanks for reporting. Michael, let's send it over to you.
Oh, send it over to me.
Boycott spring.
Oh, yeah. We're boycotting spring because we're going to talk about that new blast of winter weather that's moving in. Record lows in multiple states and more snow is on the way. Rob is tracking the system and has all the details. Good morning, Rob.
Good morning, Michael. More is coming. I mean, look at this. Lake effect snow streamers coming off the Great Lakes in April. This is what it looked like yesterday in Edwardsburg, Michigan, with lake enhanced snow there piling up in the southwest parts of Michigan, northern parts seeing upwards of a foot of snow, and then winds whipping across the Great Lakes, 56-mile-an-hour wind gusts at Erie, Pennsylvania. Look at those waves crashing on the shoreline there. One measured at 75 miles per hour just outside of Buffalo. So windy and cold, 32-degree temperatures getting all the way down into the northern tier. We've got another quick system that'll come through tomorrow, rain and snow for parts of the Northeast, and severe weather with this stronger system down across the south. And then that gets into the mid-Atlantic come around Saturday with, look at that white across parts of D.C. And what we saw on Monday is if it snows heavy enough, quickly enough, it will accumulate. And we think we could see 4 or 5 inches in some spots. More on this later. Michael.
All right. Thank you, Rob. You just changed all my weekend plans.
No golf this weekend. Latest now on that YouTube shooter. We're learning more about what she did in the hours before the shooting, including contact with police the night before the attack. ABC's Matt Gutman is at YouTube's headquarters in San Bruno, California. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning, George. Investigators are still digging into Nasim Agdam's past. One of the things they've learned is that just 2 days after 9/11, she got a student pilot certificate. They're also obviously looking into her bizarre YouTube videos, but at this point, nothing to indicate she was capable of that violent rampage that happened just behind me.
Federal agents on Wednesday executing a search warrant at Nasim Agdam's home. Police spotted carrying bags of clothes stashed in a dumpster. A neighbor suggesting Agdam threw away some of the items she wore in those internet videos that made her a sensation in her native Iran. But in the hours after that shooting, Agdam was a mystery to law enforcement. The woman who racked up millions of YouTube views for exercising, dressing in costumes, promoting veganism, and dancing, had also obtained, ABC News has learned, an FAA student pilot certificate just 2 days after 9/11. Law enforcement sources tell us she is not a terrorist, but likely an everyday person who believed YouTube was unfairly censoring her.
I'm being discriminated and filtered on YouTube.
Her family says when she disappeared from home Saturday, they filed a missing persons report. Officers in Mountain View, California, located her sleeping in her car hundreds of miles away from home, but just 30 miles away from YouTube HQ, and notified her family that she was safe.
Did the family in any way suggest that she could be violent or had been violent or would be violent?
There was no information at all from the family to our officer about any behavior or indication of behavior like that.
A few hours after that brush with police, investigators say Agdam went to a local gun range for target practice before driving to YouTube's headquarters. Overnight, YouTube officials grappling with the security breach.
The shooter entered through our parking garage to our outside courtyard and committed a horrible act of violence.
And outside their home, her family apologizing to the victims and struggling to comprehend the tragedy.
I'm sorry, I can't believe it.
Now, both federal and local law enforcement agencies we've spoken to said there was nothing they could have done to have prevented this. Yes, she posted those angry YouTube videos, but at no point did she threaten violence. At that point, she was simply exercising her right to free speech. George.
So Matt, does YouTube think they could have done more, any kind of a security breach? We just learned she got in through the parking garage.
Right. I mean, the parking garage is right behind me, and apparently the gate was open when Agdam went through, and she essentially went right through there, meandering her way into that patio you see right behind me. And at this point, YouTube is saying it is reviewing its security protocols and beefing up security at its locations worldwide, something you're likely going to see other high-tech companies do as well, George.
I'm sure they will. Okay, Matt, thanks very much. Paul?
Thanks, George. We have new details now in that spring break tragedy that killed an American family of 4 in Mexico. Mexican police have now revealed how they think that gas leak started, and ABC's Lindsay Davis has the story.
This morning, Mexican police believe all 4 members of the Sharp family staying at this upscale Mexican resort on spring break died from asphyxiation after propane leaked from a rusted water heater. The bodies of Kevin and Amy Sharp and their children, Sterling and Adriana, were found on the top floor of this condominium near Tulum, Mexico.
The kids were on the floor watching TV, and Kevin and Amy were laying on bed watching TV. The TV was still going, apparently.
The main investigator in the case spoke with the Des Moines Register and said the leak occurred in the laundry room, which had no ventilation. The water heater in the condominium used liquid propane for fuel, but rusted in the humid climate. The appliance was purchased in 2012, and its warranty expired in 2017. The Sharp family found the condo through the vacation home rental company VRBO, which has since removed the property from its site. Friends and family say they became concerned when they didn't hear from the Sharps during their trip.
Sterling had sent a Snapchat out to a few of his friends showing his feet by the pool, and that was the last time anyone had heard from them. Then their plans were to go to Danville to watch the Swick Spartans play in the playoff games. When we did not hear from them after that, then we knew something was wrong.
According to the National Institute of Health, exposure to very high concentrations of propane can cause death by suffocation.
According to the Des Moines Register, the paper was contacted by a man who says he also stayed at the same resort several years ago and complained back then to a property manager about the strong smell of gas from the water heater. He says that it was so bad that he shut it off and only used the propane for a shower.
Well, that's what's most chilling about this, because
they didn't know.
They didn't know, even though they were awake and watching television.
Right. Apparently the smell just wasn't that strong for them.
Oh, gosh. Okay, Lindsay, thanks very much.
You guys know that the Masters is teeing off today. We have big news, a first for Augusta National, and nothing short of a milestone in women's golf. The home of the Masters, which as I just mentioned, tees off this morning, has announced it's going to hold its first ever women's tournament next year. Now, keep in mind, until 6 years ago, women were banned from membership at the club. Condoleezza Rice, the former Secretary of State, was one of the first female members to be invited by the club back in 2012. The tournament's going to be open to top amateurs from around the world. Next year's champion will get bragging rights as the first woman to win at Augusta. No, she will not get a green jacket, if that's what you were going to ask.
I was going to ask if you were going to get your clubs out and get ready.
Have you seen me play?
Not
it's
yet.
a freak show.
Okay, well,
it's not good.
Well, at least someone's going to play and going to win something there at the Masters.
I'll go watch.
And speaking of the Masters, the Golden Bear, Jack Nicholson, Nicholas Golden Bear has good reason to celebrate this morning. Take a look at this. His grandson, 15-year-old Gary, hit a hole-in-one at Augusta during the par 3 tournament. Get in the cup. There we go. Dilly dilly. They would have kicked me out for that. The 6-time Masters winner, he tweeted, "I don't know if I had a more special day of golf, more special day on a golf course to have your grandson make his first hole-in-one on this stage. Wow. Hashtag family, hashtag memory of a lifetime." Do you see Jack Nicklaus using hashtag?
Not really, no.
Not really.
How much fun to watch that ball just rolling down the hole.
And your grandson. I mean, what a special feeling to see that happen for him.
Okay. Got to get back to Rob now.
Incredible moment there with cooler than average temperatures for the Masters and wet weather coming into California. Time now for your Sunday City is brought to you by PetSmart.
Yes, I'm your angel. I'll give you everything in my magic power. So make a wish and I'll let it come true for you. Tra-la-la-la-la. So make a wish and I'll let it come true for you. Tra-la-la-la-la-la.
A cold start here on this Thursday, but we'll top out at 52 degrees. Finally, a dry day for us, but it's going to be breezy, and it'll feel like we're in the 40s today. The winds drop to 20-mile-per-hour gusts later today, that wind easing, but then a new storm for Saturday. That's a snapshot of Saturday morning, where parts of our area we'll have snow, and it could get a little slushy as we get into the late morning hours. Sunday is dry. We bring back the sunshine at 45 degrees and more weather coming in for Monday and Tuesday of next week.
Coming up here, the blockbuster verdict in a mysterious death. A woman's body was found in her boyfriend's mansion. It was first called a suicide, but now there's a new twist from a jury.
I thought I was managing.